Sherica Jackson, the Superwoman, is expected to run 10.77 or thereabouts at the upcoming Jamaica National Trials in the 100 meters. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we can continue to grow. But you do that, hit the notification bell, so you know when the next video drops. You drop a video at least once a day here in Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit the like button and finally leave your thoughts. So, ready? Yep. Good to go. Well, the man who should know believes that Sherica Jackson is in the kind of shape for the upcoming national trials in the women's 100 meters that she was in when she won 2 years ago at the National Stadium with a time of 10.77. That expert believes that she is around in that shape, so she should be running something close to that 10.77 at the upcoming trials in the next week. This is, of course, over the women's 100 meters.
Right, so
hey, move no man.
Let's see what will happen now for the fifth time, the women's 100-meter finals. Natalia White, Natasha Morrison, Shericka Jackson, Lane Thompson-Hero, Brianna Williams, Ramona Burchell, Janelle Smith, and Kemba Nelson.
In the set position once again.
Set.
And away. Final time, and now Brianna Williams got a great start. Shericka Jackson is running superbly as well. Elaine Thompson-Hero will have to come from behind. Kemba Nelson is finishing fast and furious. Shericka Jackson produces a big performance. 10.78 seconds. She upsets her more fancied 100-meter rivals. 10.77 for Shericka Jackson. 100th of a second outside her personal best. That was a stunning piece of sprinting. Second, Kemba Nelson. That's a major surprise as well. 10.88 seconds. What have we seen here? Elaine Thompson-Hero, the two-time Olympic champion, settling for third in 10.89 seconds. What a race.
I get the sense that Elaine was just being very cautious, not really pushing and trying to be safe, having to settle with all the events surrounding the start. And I'm happy she's in the top three.
That moment was such a momentous moment for Sherica Jackson. It was the first time she won the national trials title for Jamaica in the 100 meters, and she looked really impressive with that 10.77. Now, the senior coach of the MVP track club, and who I still consider the greatest sprint coach for women all the time. Now, yes, there are other people. One of our regulars here says Bob Kersey. Bob Kersey is definitely in the conversation, but I think given what Stephen Francis has achieved, I think I would give it to Stephen Francis. Maybe I'm being a little biased, but what do you all think? Do you think Stephen Francis is the greatest female sprint coach of all time? Given the fact that he gave us Elaine Thompson-Hero second fastest woman all time in the 100, third fastest in the 200 meters. Shericka Jackson, second fastest woman all time in the 200, fifth fastest in the 100. Plus, he gave us Shelley Ann Fraser Price, second fastest woman all time in the 100 meters. Anyway, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. Okay, so this is why we believe, well, we not believe. Stephen Francis basically says he thinks this is the time that Shericka Jackson should be able to deliver, and that it will improve after the national trials.
Everybody wants to know about Shericka Jackson, and I know that Paul is directly responsible for her, but based on what you have been seeing, what's been happening, and what can you tell us about Shericka?
Shericka looks to me to be in good shape. She's I certainly know her 200 has improved vastly since the last time she ran. Based on what Paul tells me about the time she runs in practice last week and so on, I think that she's probably about a second better. You know, she looks good, and while I think her 200 looks better than her 100 right now, I think that if she makes a team in the 100, she has a month in Italy I don't think she'll be competing a lot in Europe this year prior to the Olympics. So I think most of her competition will be others. But I mean, based on the 200 I've seen her run, the 200 meter training I've seen her do, I think she'll be fine. Her 200 seems to at least as good as last year at the trials. Yeah.
Are you suggesting there's a possibility that she may not make the 100?
I don't know. I don't know, but I think she'll be able to run as well as she did, let's say, 2 years ago in 2022. I mean, if you have people running faster than that, then I mean, there's Shelley, there's Elaine, there's whoever else.
We've had a lot of issues over the years.
Now, this, of course, is my 2 cents. I have to be very frank with you. Stephen Francis is not known for hyperbole. He's not known for overstating and or hyping any athlete. In fact, he's known for doing the complete opposite. He tends to go in the other direction. So, probably if he's saying she's in 10.77 shape, she's probably in something like 10.75 or 10.74. However, it's evident that he believes that she's going to be able to run around that time, and if she runs that time, she should comfortably make the team. He then also believes that she should be able to lower that time of about 10.77, 10.78 when she gets to Paris. So this is going to be a very interesting year. We already know that. We are already anticipating it, although I do know that some of my brothers and sisters from Jamaica have already given up. I hear people saying, oh, we have no chance, and I keep saying to all of you, you cannot make that statement until the national trials, and it's a long season. So what I mean by that is the World Championships is normally a little earlier. Season started a little earlier. Olympic Games is like 5 weeks away. So the top tier athletes, a lot of them, they don't, especially the sprinters, they don't start running until much later on, because you want to peak at the right time. Peaking means you want to start running your best times at around the Jamaican national trials. That's the best thing for the athlete to do. Anyway, let's get back to it. So, my personal opinion, well, I haven't seen enough of her running any 100 meters. The one I think I remember 100 meter, and the time was 11:03 or something like that. It was a solid time, if my memory serves me correctly. What is it? Anyway, I didn't go back to check, but I know it was an okay time. It was a time that I was comfortable with her opening her season with. So I have no idea what kind of shape she's in, but I do know that she's Sherica Jackson, and I do anticipate just sub 11s and more than likely sub 10.8s. And I am thinking that when she gets to Paris, if she's healthy, we're looking at 10.6s. That's my opinion. That's my personal opinion, which is going to be interesting. Watch out for my next video. But I think that's the kind of shape she's going to be in. Really, 10.6s. So this is going to be one heck of a ride. So do you agree with the great Stephen Francis? Do you think that, well, look, I am not going to argue with Stephen Francis. Not about that. But I already felt that she was going to be running something around there. But like I said, I really can't crunch numbers in this instance because I just haven't seen her run enough races. So I'm taking him at his word. Like I said, he's not known for hyperbole. He tends to be very, very direct on the money when it comes to athletes. He does play head games. I'm not saying that. So I would think he may be understating what you can do instead of overstating it. He's not going to say my athlete is the greatest in the world, and he's just not that kind of person. So I think he may be telling the truth, and I trust his judgment where this is concerned. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. What do you think? Do you think that Sherica Jackson could deliver a 10.77, 10.78 like she did in 2022 in the finals of women's 100 meters at the upcoming Jamaica national trials? I'd love to know your thoughts. Now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, notification bell, the like button. Remember, your royals, kings, and queens. Bless up.